I got the worst fucking headache right now. Hey, we got a KWA. No rails, no 85 rounds a second, no freaking Bluetooth headphones in the box to listen to the Yin Yang Twins through the stock. No, we have something more basic than that, and at the same time a little standout. Is this a major standout rifle though? Was this the rifle that made E&L throw themselves into the trunk of a car rolling off a cliff? Probably not, but it does have a shaky thing under the dust cover, and that's what sells, right? Today let's go on a trip over the KWA AKR-74M. A trip that doesn't leave my home because I'm not exactly Richie Rich, filming a review in a f***ing flying Bentley with a trunk full of Timberlands. Or Yeezys. Or Etnies, I don't know. This review is of course sponsored by Airsoft GI. Who would have guessed it? The airsoft shop with more treats and surprises than Yu-Gi-Moto's Duel Monsters deck. That's where you can pick up this Rumble machine for about 280 bucks. I've left the links in the description. They're right there. Like they always are. Take the sweaty gas mask you thought would be cool to wear on the first day to an airsoft field out of your bum and get yourself over to Airsoft GI. You get a free gift with every order, like my buddy Levi who won a $1,000 gift card. No one thought anything was fishy about that, so I think we're good. Anyway, thank you Airsoft GI for sending me this to take a look at. Now we're going to start where we always do, with the unboxing. First off, this is not a Gucci wrapped hard case, so that's immediately disappointing. Instead, we get a pretty standard cardboard box. It's nothing special. You open it, you pull out the styrofoam tray, throw your manual somewhere so you can lose it, and check out the rest of the stuff you get, like the 120 to 30 round variable magazine, front sight adjustment tool, old school ramrod speed loader, the Clint Eastwood era speed loader, the actual thing you bought this package for in the first place, and the overly sexy unjamming / cleaning rod. You can whip it, you can whap it. You can investigate your anus with it, I don't care. It's your rod to do with as you please. Now that paperwork that you probably threw away somewhere consists of your Brian O'Connor style pink slip warranty from KWA, some info about where you should go and send your rifle if it needs any repairs, and a sticker, which is pretty nice. The booklet manual is also pretty nice. You'll get all the info that you'll need to figure things out, and all the pretty diagrams, just in case if you can't read, like Jared. So now we have the KWA AKR-74M, an electric recoil AK-74. It's a pretty standard looking AK-74 with black plastic furniture. Starting at the end of the barrel, we get the standard AK-74 style flash hider, marked with "Please shoot me as I'm trying to be sneaky" orange, thanks to our awesome US regulations. The flash hider does come off pretty easily though by pushing in this pin and unscrewing it away, but you'll have to get rid of this ring as well if you want to get to those 14mm counterclockwise threads underneath. Moving back, we have the front sight that can be adjusted for elevation with that tool that we got in the box. AK sights are pretty, well, they're pretty crude honestly. I mean, you do get that side rail mount on the left side of the rifle for your Cobra sights, your night vision sight, fucking observatory sight, just in case if you completely hate these iron sights. The rear sight is still adjustable for elevation, and it's pretty well built. The AK standard underbarrel cleaning rod is still a major pain in the Lindsay Lohan butt to take off, but if you like the realism, then bam, immersion, drink it in. Skipping to the side folding stock that will clasp into the left side of the receiver, it can be released with just the push of a button. I like how stiff the stock is. It doesn't wobble or creak, it stays in place when it should be. And I noticed that KWA secured the rear sling loop with a tie before it shipped out. The cleaning kit cutout is accessible, the stock swings over smoothly. It's a stock, who would have known? Pretty hard to screw that up. But where does the battery go? If it's not in the stock and it's not housed under the dust cover, then I guess it's going under the handguard. I guess this explains your wobbly upper handguard. Honestly, I can barely fit an 11.1 LiPo battery under here. So if you've got a 7.4 candy size LiPo battery, then you should be fine. I don't even want to know how hard it would be to fix the handguard battery situation if you're going to add a rail kit onto this rifle though. That's probably going to open up a whole lot of issues. Nice touch to make the gas tube release tab easy to flip. As for the rest of the handguard, yes, it works. You even get the standard sling loop to match with the one on the stock. Now here's why the battery storage is under the handguard. Taking off the dust cover again, I present to you the Rumble Factory. Yep, this rifle's main attraction is the imitation recoil function called the Kinetic Feedback System by KWA. It's actually kind of cool to see this thing work without the dust cover. Maybe not as much as the KWA's gas AK line, but those are totally different beasts. I can already see a lot of people quickly dismissing this recoil function because, well, Tokamuri did it already. But this jiggle machine does add a bit of effect. I would have liked to see the mock bolt attached to the piston though. I think that was a bit of a missed opportunity. There's more to this AK than just the recoil factor though. With the included ERG magazine, this rifle will imitate being empty once the magazine runs drier than the Queen, thanks to the mechanical electrical cutoff system. This is said to bring a whole new level of realism to any training and milsim operation, meaning you'll have to rack the bolt before you can use the rifle again, similar to the ASG Scorpion Evo. You can actually see how this works with this tab under the dust cover. You can also see how this works with the magazine, which in itself is pretty solid for a mid-cap. I love how every BB feeds because the Sistema style guide and the switch under the magazine to swap between a full 120 rounds or 30 rounds. This is something I'd really like to see more of, so I give KWA a big thumbs up here. Once you have the switch placed and you start loading it up, the magazine will stop accepting BBs once you hit your selected choice of either 30 or 120 BBs. Everything else at this point is pretty straightforward if you're familiar with the AK platform. This is your fire selector. Up is safe, then comes full auto, and then semi at the bottom. This is your magazine release. Congratulations! Inside is where things better get beefy. After all, you're going to be adding more strain to the internals with your fancy pants jiggles. It's said that KWA equipped this rifle with the reinforced metal gearbox, utilizing KWA's unique 9mm ball bearing bushing combination and case-hardened upgraded precision metal gear set. The KWA AKR-74M was engineered to outperform, offering ultra-high performance and training simulation straight out of the box. The AKR-74M features an improved high-torque motor, upgraded high-speed gear set, and a switch life extender to prevent contact burnouts. So in short, they did everything to keep their respect with this release. So if that's true, then why the hell can't I use any of my existing AK mags with this thing? My mag brand mags don't work, my SEMA drum mags don't lock in. For whatever reason, my ICS Galil mags work, despite looking stupid as hell in this gun. I found out later that's because the rear lips of my magazines are a little bit too tall to lock into the magazine catch. So you're left with trying every AK mag that you can, shaving the rear lips to make them shorter like I did with my old GMP magazines, or spend about $12 a magazine to get a full set of AK 120 round ERG magazines. That's honestly not too bad, but still annoying. I'm not saying that no other magazines work but these magazines, I'm just saying that none of the ones that I tried will. The almighty magazine also did quite poorly at the range with the bottle of 0.28 gram BBs. I had to dry fire just about every other shot, but on full auto, it wasn't as persistent. Only after putting about 500 rounds downrange did the magazine and hop-up start to break in. This is where things got a whole lot better for this AK-74. At first, I couldn't even get 28 gram BBs to properly hop, but now, even with some pretty strong wind passing through my 150 foot range, I was even over hopping them. I was quick to hate whenever I didn't get the superb range at first, but with a little bit of a break-in period, I can approve of this range. Then at the Ace Tech chronograph, we got some pretty consistent readings of 360 to 380 feet per second with 0.2 gram BBs, making this a little too hot for most American CQB arenas. Then with an 11.1 volt LiPo battery, 20 rounds a second with a dip of 340 feet per second was what I was getting through my Ace Tech chronograph. I'm actually a bit surprised for receiving 20 rounds a second, especially since the AKR-74M is having to cycle a bit of mass under the dust cover while achieving that rate of fire. Then just when it couldn't get any better, this KWA decided that it was done. The AK died right after I shot this scene. After I bagged it up and took it inside, I had a dead AKR. Plugged the battery in, no response, tried different batteries and got much the same. I was so close to giving this rifle a good review, but that's all gone now. Only at random does this KWA fire now. I even checked the wires, I checked the fuse, manually held back the empty magazine switch. Nothing. I've got yet another dead gun on camera. But only me, right? Who else gets their hopes up for a good review just for the product to fail near the end? So we have shoddy magazine reliability, a break-in period that some impatient people will dread, and in my case, a mystery problem that just promoted this gun to my can't recommend it pile. I've said this many times in other reviews. I wanted this gun to be good. I thought a recoil AK would be awesome if done right and not like the other cheap electronic blowbacks, but it looks like blowback should be left to gas guns. I'm not the only one who has problems with this rifle either. No, I found tons of people expressing their disdain for the AKR-74M. And I'm sure a few people that are watching this review are now saying, yep, I knew something would happen. I guess this piece of paper will be needed now. It's like they knew something was bound to f up. Maybe this is just another run of bad luck, like I need more of that. But I'm sure other owners will comment about their experiences with their own AKRs, and I welcome those comments. I want to see how some people will defend the magazine compatibility. I mean, if you can't even accept normal magazines that most of your squad members might be running, then what's the damn point of running this gun anyway? I hope you enjoyed this review though. Please be sure to spank that like button raw until we break 1,000 likes. And yes, I've been seeing y'all's requests for a Discord server. Let me just put down my old Jimi Hendrix records for a second and look into what the hell a Discord even is, and I'll get back with you guys. Also, go ahead and comment down below what you'd like for me to do next. I've got this Armory Works High Kappa, and I think it's time to review another pistol. Or I could review my Tokamuri PSG-1, or just put together some more gameplay. I've got a lot of that to do already. Big shoutouts go to these past sexy commenters for being as sexy as they are, and if we could break 140,000 subscribers, that would be great. But until that next video drops from the city of San Antonio, this has been Scott Hollenbeck, and I will be sure to see you all next time.